All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On first down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down. For quarterback Patrick Mahomes, one of his early coming-out parties happened against these Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 2 in 2018, just his third career start. Threw for a franchise record 6 touchdowns, 326 yards. Little did we know at the time that that performance would be the tip of the iceberg en route to snagging MVP honors. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson, 52 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready? Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 26.
Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Start. 180. He's coming, Mike. Army.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
50, Mike's 50. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
On third down, it's Connor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Watch twins, watch twins.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Let's go.
That one goes for 24 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You. Check, crouch.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent in the playoffs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down. Roethlisberger going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
I don't think you got it, sir.
On third down, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. A gain of 22. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's second down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Easy.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
White 80. Check. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, 26 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 72 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for the 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Black 20. Check. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Black.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Get ready.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Roethlisberger dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Black 5. Here we go, D. Watch time.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Bound to lose one.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
Ready? 180. Ready? Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3. We got 3.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelce for a big one, and even 40 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. And I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't? They got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Boswell's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive. With them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go with Thompson again. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, high 7.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Rudolph. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Johnson was the intended receiver.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Down. 60 or.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and now it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Flushed out right, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that
one. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Well, so much for the first down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They did not.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Topper. Fight.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
They'll look to throw here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Alualu coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whipped on it. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
10-2 start.
Not today, you are. Not today.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rudolph. That's caught, the former USC Trojan, Xavier Grimble. And he's got it past the 30.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down.
Now.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuels. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I smell fear in that offense.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Check 26.
On 1st down, Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Rudolph now to throw. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check Mike 54. Mike 50.
Hey, exit.
Oh, here we go. Oh. 54.
3rd and long. It's Rudolph. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey,
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Darren Lee there to get him down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Rudolph. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Ready?
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They go screen pass to Hyde. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
You draw quarters.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his running back, Hyde. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on the play. First down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.